Gtt Playground project. Today we are going to make IPT part files for the vertical ladder, the two types of vertical ladders, the horizontal ladder where the horizontal monkey bars go, the climbing wall, and we will start there. So, of course, let's click projects first. You know you're in the correct project if it's checkmarked by playground. If not, if you're still on pegboard, you can move it by going to playground, hit apply, and now we're done. We always start out in IPT world, standard IPT. Do not pick sheet metal IPT. We're not working in sheet metal. We are making 3D solid models. Open that up. Okay. First part we're going to make is the vertical ladder. So to make this make sense, where this is where students climb upwards, we create a 2D sketch. Let's sketch on the bottom. Okay, so you twist around. You're sketching on the top. According to the sheets in front of you, you need a 6 tab 6-inch square. Hit top, escape a couple times. You're fully constrained. Okay. Let's do that again. So if you sketch a rectangle and you start at the origin and you click without dimensions and you need to dimension it, you click dimension. I want to dimension from this corner to this corner. I do not want it that dimension. I want it 6 enter. Now I need to dimension from this corner to this corner. I do not want it that length. I want it exactly 6. Now we are fully constrained. Now I get to click finish sketch, the home button. I will click extrude. We don't want to extrude it 1 inch tall. We want it, get your sheets. That is what we want. Now would be a good time to save. Call this vertical, vert ladder, last name. Actually, vert ladder 1, last name. Change the color. Let's go gold. All right, let's hit the home button so we're kind of in a good spot. When we look at our dimension sheets, there is a 2-inch diameter hole that goes all the way through. That is located, the center is located 10 inches from the bottom and 3 inches from one of the sides. We need to click hole. I'm going to exaggerate this. Diameter is 2. We want a simple hole that goes through all. That is correct. We want it on this face. Exaggerate that. First reference is from this edge. We want it not that distance, but that distance. It moves. Then we want it so far from this bottom. Apply. Yeah, so that is the first hole. Now, instead of repeating this process 7 more times, we're going to learn something new called a rectangular pattern, which is pattern over here. I believe it is this one. We want to arrange this pattern all the way up this vertical ladder. So what feature do we want to replicate? The hole. The direction. Click on one of the edges. You see this arrow going up. You could flip the direction if you want it going down, or you want it going up. We want a total of so many holes spaced out at 10 inches. When you hit OK, all these holes should already be there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is how you do vertical ladder 1. You notice on vertical ladder 2, you can do a similar procedure. There you only want 6 patterned holes. And then on the horizontal ladder, it is a very similar procedure, but there are only 7 holes, and the length of the horizontal ladder is different. So you try that on your own. I showed you how to do the vertical ladder. You try the horizontal ladder on your own. Climbing wall. New. IPT. We are going to create a 2D sketch. Here, I think sketching on the front is wise. The basic shape we sketch here is a rectangle. I always like to sketch the full rectangle. It is 72 in the X, 72 this way, and 123 in the Y, which is up. So, first dimension 72, tab 123. The front to see if you're fully constrained. Fully constrained for now. Want to move this to the side. You see the rectangle. See the rectangle, that's good. Now, we need to sketch another rectangle within the rectangle for that cutout. So when students climb this climbing wall, they have a place to exit the climbing wall at the top. So let's just sketch a rectangle. Sketch a rectangle that starts somewhere on this top line. You see a yellow dot and goes somewhere inside the rectangle. Click, you hit escape. We need 3 dimensions. The space from this green line to here is not that. According to your sheet, it is T. The length of this rectangle is not that dimension. Look at your sheets. The up and down distance from that green line to the top is not that. Type it in manually. Your sketch is fully constrained. You click Finish Sketch. You hit the Home button. We need to extrude. This climbing wall is like so. I would change the color. Colors are good in this Gtt class. Let's try this canary color. It sounds cool. Now, wall handle inserts are randomly on wall. Inserts must measure a diameter of 1.75 and the depth is 0.25. So we need to do hole. It is a linear placement. Put a hole there. We don't want it through wall. We want distance. We want this drill point, not a pointed drill point, but a flat drill point. The depth distance is 0.25 and the diameter is 1.75. All this information is on your sheets. We hit apply. Then, according to our guide sheets, we just want to place many occurrences of this hole on the face of this climbing wall. So basically, I'm just hitting apply. If you accidentally hit cancel, just go to hole again. Where do we want the hole? Somewhere here, with a depth of 0.25 and a diameter of 1.75. So basically you're just, oh, you gotta hit apply. If you hit OK, hole goes away, you gotta hit hole again. Apply, hole placement, apply, hole placement, apply. Notice how we're not referencing these holes because these are random configuration. So you just want to put enough here so that that wall handle insert can fit in here when we assemble this guy later on. You just come up with your own random. Remember, this hole though cannot fall off the edge. It has to be somewhere on the wall. So I will check that. Your teacher will check that carefully. A couple more. Remember, if you accidentally lose the hole tool, you do hole. 0.25 depth, 1.75 diameter, drill point like this. Flat terminations distance because it's 0.25. Put it on this face here. Hit apply. One more there. Okay. So that is your climbing wall. Save would be good. And you save it. So to this point, you know how to do vertical ladder 1, vertical ladder 2, horizontal ladder. Here is a crash course on making the spiral slide, new, standard IPT. Create 2D sketch on the front. First thing you sketch is a circle, starting from the origin, 24 in diameter, the front. Should be fully constrained. Sketch a circle. Inside that circle, using the origin, 22 in diameter. Oops, I missed the center, which is okay, because you coincident the center of that circle to the origin. There you go. I slightly missed it. You have 2 blue circles. Line to the left of this must be vertical. Make this 24 in height. Hit escape. Front. We're going to click on this green line. We want to make it a center line. So it should change its geometry. It should be like that. Now we want to dimension from the center line to here. We don't want it 64, we want it 36. Okay. Now we want to draw a line from this center line all the way through to there. We want this line to be horizontal. That exists. So if you do some math, want the dimension of this line to be 18 plus 12, which is 30. Lock it in. Let's try to trim those 2 top circles. Finish sketch. Hit the home button. We're going to use some. Now we are going to try something new because we want this spiral slide to spin around the center post, which is this. We're going to make a coil. The profile is the smiley face, the half moon. The axis is this. The coil size, we want revolution in heights. We want a height of 132 with 3 turns. When you hit OK, you hit the home. It should look like a slide. Let's make this Illini orange. And when you save it, files or save as, you save it as spiral slide last name. Congratulations.